Hello and welcome to the Button Shop. I am Becca, proud owner of Becka Makes Buttons. And this is the Button Shop where you can make your own buttons, magnets, keychains, compact mirrors, clocks. Yes, we make clocks, button clocks, all kinds of fun stuff. And I live to inspire creativity and to be inspired by all of the amazing button buddies that I get to meet. What is the inspiration behind my shop? So I grew up in Salem as a little girl. I moved away when I was 18. And I still remember things like Mr. Mystic's Magic Shop and Razzle Dazzle and the Metropolitan and the old Reed Opera House when it was more like a Ye-Yo Curiosity shop. And all of these little pockets of my childhood is what has inspired what I have here today. And it's kind of my way of keeping a little piece of that magic that I grew up with in Salem alive. That's what this is. Where is the Button Shop going? Good question. I'm so glad you asked. So first off, we're not going anywhere. Like, buttons are not going anywhere. I've been making buttons for over 30 years and I've been making them professionally for 12 and a half. So as far as where are buttons going, absolutely nowhere. Temporarily, I'm going to be moving the operation back into my house, which is where it started. And I'm still going to be doing local pickup. I live over by Lancaster Mall, so people will be able to do local pickup. I can do deliveries, and I'm still going to be doing events and button parties and all that kind of fun things. I've already got a bunch of pop-ups lined up. So as far as where are buttons going, they're not leaving Salem. I've had a bunch of people ask if I was leaving Salem. I am not leaving Salem. I am not going anywhere. So the biggest question lately has been, what is next for the Button Shop? I have had a lot of offers. I've had a lot of people reach out for relocations. So I've been in this space for 2 years. And before this, I did have a little shop in a basement where I just did the production side of buttons in Parkland, Washington for a little bit. But a storefront I think is really important. And because what I'm doing, it's always been more than just buttons. So I have a lot of youth that really benefit from coming here. I serve a lot of autistic kids. And I've even had like some kids that start out as nonverbal and they come in and they have, they're not really sure and they're kind of knocking things on the floor to the point where some of them are now verbal communicators. And another really cool thing is to watch them really bloom and blossom. And when they come in here, they start to bring their friends. And not only are they being able to make buttons and magnets and all that kind of stuff, they're also showing their friends, like they just run the shop. And just to see them grow and thrive is just, it's the best. It is the absolute best for me. And so I've kind of been building, it moved a lot faster than I was expecting, but the shop has kind of turned into more of a community hub. Unfortunately, we only have 316 square feet here. So the fact that I have to move is not so much of a bad thing because now it gets to go for what are we doing next. And while I've had a lot of people reach out and offer some really cool spaces and whatnot, like, it's not just a retail shop. Like, I have a grief group that meets here twice a month. I have recovery meetings that happen 8 times a month. And I've had other people approach me that want to have other groups and things and gatherings. And so having a hub for that to support not just kids, but their families as well is really important. So I'm going to show you, there is a building I have in mind. It's for sale. It's 5 minutes down the road from the Button Shop. It's over on 13th Street. And this is what I'm raising funds for right now. So the goal is to have a forever home for the Button Shop so I don't have to move again, and a larger community hub. So if you want to come along, I'm going to show you what we've got going on with this. So first off, this place is just super cute anyway. So if you want to take a walk with me, we're just going to kind of flip through the pictures that we've got here, and I'm going to share with you my idea and my vision. So we've got like this little yard thing that we can have kind of like some community garden blocks and maybe some chairs and things like that so people have a place to sit and eat. We already have an ADA ramp. So I don't have ADA capabilities other than people able to get in the door here. And this is really important because I actually serve a lot of the special needs community, and having something that's ADA compliant is really beneficial. So this place is already zoned for everything that I need and everything that I want to do moving forward. And so the idea behind this is Radness Ensues, a Button Buddy collective. And that's because after being in business for 12 and a half years, I have met so many cool artists and people and just amazing people with their own creative ideas. So the idea is to have a hub where all of these ideas can be fostered, nurtured, and thrive. We got like a little stage out in the backyard that we can have in the summertime, like open mic nights or open mic days for youth and their families. Here's our ADA ramp. This is where I want the new home for the button shop. It's actually 3 times the size of my current space, with room enough to have parties of up to 12 people, whereas in here it's like 6 to 8. It's already set up for handicap parking. It's already set up for everything that we need to serve the people who need that ADA compliance. And it's super cute on the inside. So we got this little space here, which would be great, like throw a little table. We can have some art classes and things like that. We already have a kitchen, which would be great for doing pancake breakfast. Like I really, really want to do like pancake breakfast on Sundays, where it would be a pay what you're able, and then all the everything that we make benefits a local charity that benefits youth and families. So, and have that be kind of regular part of the thing that's kind of built in. Here we would have a little gift shop where we have a lot of really amazing artists and people in our community that makes really cool things. The button shop is already dinosaur themed, so having a little hub where we can sell dinosaur themed locally handmade crafts, I think would be really cool, and everyone I've talked to also thinks it's really cool. And then upstairs we've got 3 rooms. So for the grief group and the other kind of meetings that we have, the recovery meetings, and the other people who have approached me, we would actually have a space where they could go and gather, not just outside of business hours, but even during business hours. And then on, say, like, if someone needs that wheelchair access or they need something with more access, we can just schedule time, and when the button shop's closed, we can also use that space where the parties would take place for the button shop. So this way it's kind of an all-inclusive, all-encompassing space. So that essentially is Radness Ensues, a Button Buddy collective by Becka Makes Buttons. And this is the dream. This is what I want to build, but I can't do this alone. Like, this is a collective, and that's why it's a collective. So my theme for this is together, we are building something rad, because this is a community effort. I serve, like I said, I serve the special needs community. I serve a lot of minority families. I just parents that need a little bit of respite, and kids who just need to thrive and just be kids. Like, that is what I live for, and I live for cultivating that type of space. So now that you guys know what I want to do, if it's not this place, it's someplace else. So while this place would be super rad, and I feel like it would be a great home for the button shop and for the community hub that I want to build with you all, it can be anywhere. So I'm still going to keep raising funds. We're going to get there. We're going to build this dream one button at a time. And regardless if it's here or someplace else, it's going to happen. So if you know of a place that you think, hey, Becka, I think this building would be even better, or, you know, whatever, please let me know. I am all ears and I am open, because we are in this together and we're building this dream together. All right, so how can you help? Where do you come in? You guys are my button buddies, right? So this is a collective. This only happens if we're in this together. So what I would love for you to do is donate to the GoFundMe. And if you donate to the GoFundMe, every single person who donates, contributes in any way, shape, or form, you're gonna get a button on the wall at our final forever home with your name on it for everyone to see for years and years and years, to show that you are part of what helped to build this and helped to what make it happen. So you guys are my button buddies, and that's it. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me how we can work together to make this a reality. The building itself, $300,000. That seems like a very steep number, but I think that with everybody pitching in where they can, when they can, we can make it a reality. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thanks so much for donating. I believe that anything is possible. If dinosaurs existed, we can do anything that we aim to achieve, and we are definitely not going extinct. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please share, donate if you can, spread love, spread buttons, and be the wonderful human beings that you all are. Thank you so much.